Welcome to Royal Tea Tuesday. We are so excited to be discussing the royal wedding that happened this past weekend. We weren't together yesterday to go over it because it was a long weekend and we chose to be with our families. So we decided to do a Royal Tea Tuesday. Cheers. Ah. There might be tea in this. There might be coffee. There might be vodka.
Or Bailey's.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just start with doing an overview of the wedding. What did you think? Tell me.
I thought it was nice. I thought it was great. I thought the mix of tradition and non-tradition via the royal standards was so nice, because in a marriage, in a wedding, it's two people actually coming together.
Yeah.
So I loved it.
Yeah.
I did.
I thought it was refreshing and different. So you knew you were watching a royal wedding, but you also, I was questioning like, what's going to be different next? What's happening next? And like you said, the mix of real love with the royal wedding, I loved not the clash, but the combination of it. I think it was really well done. If you could pick your favorite part, what would it be? Your moment, yeah.
When Harry lifted the veil and he was all like, hi. My heart, I was just like, he loves her.
Yeah. And you know what, with that moment too, what's real about it is that even though a veil is light and sheer, it is so hot under there. So she probably, when he lifted that, she was probably like, hallelujah. Thank you, I can breathe. And also that moment.
You wore a veil.
I did, but not over my face.
Not over your face.
No.
Okay.
But in that moment too, is the first moment you get to see her realness, and I really loved that she wasn't overdone.
Yeah.
Like you saw her freckles, you saw her face, she looked real. I loved that of it.
I feel though like just getting to really know her since I started dating all of the media and stuff, she seems like a real person, a real genuine, true to herself person, which I love. And I think it's really cool that Mr. Royal Partier kind of got himself someone who's so real. I think maybe it took that to kind of settle him down and really find himself.
Yeah, exactly. So he can be him without being like the fake royalty prince that he is.
Trying to live up to the standards of, yes.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I love how they're being so supportive of this relationship, whereas his father never really had that chance because he was in love with Camilla.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
I know, my goodness. See, everyone knows that I'm a reality TV trash fiend, and this, like the realness of the Prince Charles, Diana, Camilla love triangle would have been great reality TV.
It would have been back in the day. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about the overview. I want to weigh in on the groom himself and the bride, obviously, in her dress. I wanted to start off by saying first, I really love that Harry had his hair. I love that he wore the beard. I'm so glad he didn't shave it off. I love a scruff.
Me too.
A lot of people were taken back by the fact that he wasn't clean shaven, but I say, you know what, good for him. It just proves again that they are real.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And relatable.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
And I love that he was all dressed in, I mean, obviously he was in his uniform, military uniform attire, but I loved all the black. He looked so smashing. He smashed it.
He did. He looked, well, let's be real, he is the good looking of the royal brothers.
The ginger.
Megan's lucky that she met him before I did. But no, for real, he looked so cute. He looked really good.
And so we had our post on which dress was better, and we got a lot of comments on it. A lot of people, Kate, was, I think, the favorite, and then Megan. We had a lot of comments of people being like they were all beautiful, and we just want to say that we agree that all of the princesses were beautiful, or the duchesses. But it was just a fun poll that we wanted to do, and we really thank everybody for taking part in it, and bringing us all together in a discussion on our Facebook. So thanks for all the comments. We love them all, and we agree with everybody that in each their own, they looked beautiful for sure. I mean, Diana, she was stunning in her era. So is that a dress that we would choose these days? Probably not, but for her it was gorgeous. I mean, Kate's classic lace sleeves.
Love that one. My favorite.
Yeah.
My personal favorite.
And I feel bad for Megan because on social media, she's getting a lot of backlash, like for her dress, being like it was plain, but that's who she is.
That is
she's
who
not,
she is.
Yeah, she's not a showy.
And it's different too because I feel like her dress it looked more like Hollywood glam, which is what she is from. That is her society. That is her realm.
Like an Oscar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whereas I really loved Kate's dress,
Yeah.
though. I just did. But that was more fitting to bridal and tradition and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, our handsome little princess down there on the floor playing.
I have to make a point too that Megan's dress reminded me partially of my best friend's dress, so I feel like attached to it, whereas it was just because it was the satin. Like my best friend rocked her wedding dress. It was satin with a really nice, not a bow, but like a décolleté, I don't know what was here, with a brooch, and her body is just smashing. Lindsay, you know you rocked it, girl. So it was a classic, clean look, and obviously, you know, with the boat neck that Megan had, it was very simple, but I think she really knocked it out of the park. And let's be serious, her veil was dynamite.
Yes, I think that was kind of like the big splash in her overall attire.
Right.
But I really, I feel like it was true to her. She's naturally gorgeous.
Right.
She doesn't need all that stuff, and sometimes people make it all about the dress, but really sometimes the dress can take over, and I feel like it didn't in this case. I feel like she was the star.
You know what else I found too, which was surprising, was her bouquet. So a lot of, right now, like florals are trending big time. Whatever you choose to do, whether it's lots of greenery, the wildflower look, but hers was so simple, and like again, she didn't make it all about the flowers. She didn't make it all about the dress. Like nothing was so showy, and I really respected that of her.
Yeah, I feel like it was, and it kind of helped you. Everything just kind of like tied together to the theme of their relationship. Like it is, I feel like it's honest, it's true, it's real, it's simple, and they're finally two people who can be who they are. And I don't know if anyone watched the Lifetime movie about them, but they both overcame like huge kind of obstacles that would be put in the way of being with someone else. I mean, she kind of was all like, I'm a feminist, you don't need to protect me, blah, blah, blah. And she kind of had to take a step back. And her mom, oh my God, her mom. Well,
I know.
Love her mom. Her mom was the one who was kind of like, girl, you need to sit down and you need to watch this. This boy walked behind his mother's body, you know what I mean, crying. And it was on whatever because she was so upset when he put out on, like, to the public, or he felt he couldn't protect her and stuff because the paparazzi and everything. So she was like, girl, you need to take a step back and realize where he's coming from and stuff. So she kind of had to be like, okay. And it's true in a relationship. I mean, you could be all like, I'm independent, but at the same time, if he was in trouble too, she would kind of be like someone who, you would have those feelings you want to protect someone. So it's just kind of like being vulnerable.
Yeah, and
it's okay.
Yeah, that's for both sides of the relationship.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Being vulnerable and wanting to protect. Like I know with my husband, and if anybody says anything negative about him, I'm the first to like snap at them.
Yeah.
You know? You had your favorite moment of the veil.
Yeah.
My favorite moment, and I know this is not like in the love story of them, but oh my gosh, the Stand By Me song that the choir did was moving. It was incredible. So that was one of my favorite moments. And then also the quote that there's power in love. Now I know that I don't even know the priest's name. He's not a priest, but he may have spoke a little too long. But his message, I think he spoke a little too long. Honest. But his message about exactly what we're talking about now, being kind, being raw, being real, and having that brought into the royal family and into the wedding. Not that they weren't raw and real before, but there's always that surface, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that having his lecture was really touching and it was really inspiring. So there's power in love, because there really is. Love conquers all. Right, little man?
Yeah. That's yes.
He agrees. Oh, and something too, going back about dresses and her wearing sleeves. I didn't know this, but you have to wear sleeves in the church.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I guess the CBS announcer was saying, that they said, quote, we all know that she would be wearing sleeves because you have to wear sleeves in the church. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Welcome back to Royalty Tuesday with Brittany and Ashley. I'm getting to the point of Kate wearing white. I am just not a person, and one of my best friends messaged me, Emily. She was going to a wedding and she picked out a beautiful dress. The top though was white, so when she was sitting down, it was very bridal, and she loved it, and I was like, don't do it. I am seriously, I guess that's the tradition in me. I just don't think you should wear white to a wedding. That's the one day, she's the bride, let her be in white. So Kate was in white, and I know Pippa was in white. It might be a royal thing, or maybe it's just like the new tradition. And you can comment and say, Brittany, girl, get with 2018. And I appreciate your comments, and I respect them, but this is mine, and I just don't think she should be wearing white. I just don't. Maybe it was a cream, I don't know, but I just...
Or an off-white.
Right, yes. Yeah, that's the only thing. And I don't think, and maybe... I'm gonna give her like the new mom, not new mom, but the newborn of 3. Kate just wasn't into it, and I think maybe that's just because she was tired and such. But I just don't feel like every time the camera, you know, kind of panned over to her, I just don't feel like she was into it. She was probably needing to pump or to feed at that time. So hashtag love you girl, mom life is real, and I feel you.
And she's probably had a lot of work to do as well coming up to the wedding.
3 hours after she delivered, she was outside smiling for people, which anyway, that's a whole other take that we will do.
Yeah. So I feel like she probably had a lot on her plate too at that time. Yeah.
What else do I have? Oh, the fact that Megan chose not to have bridesmaids.
I think that was super cute.
Yep.
I think it kind of like really focused back again on them.
I loved the moments though of Harry and Will before the bride arrived.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, and like what they
and it seems like Will has been so supportive of Harry.
I just feel like they have been through so much together as brothers.
For sure.
You know, the passing of Diana and just being under the watch of the royal family and then paparazzi, like together those guys are the true definition of like the bond of brothers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And stick beside each other through thick and thin. I thought it was really funny when Harry said, I will, like after, do you take, and he said, I will, and everybody started laughing because it's like that moment where he kind of transitioned from being, not the bad boy, but like it's official.
Bad boy bachelor.
Right, it's official.
All those beauty photos of him.
Yeah, nailed down, off the market.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just love them. I do.
I know, I think I'm gonna like get more into it now. You know, not follow them and be a crazy fan, but they're nice. Like I said before, it's a breath of fresh air, especially with what's going on, you know, in our reality around the world. It's not always positive. It's not always nice to turn on the news to see what happened while we were sleeping. And this was a really nice way of waking up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm glad that, I think this is the first time that I actually really, with Kate and Will, I paid attention and I watched, but I actually like took notes on this one and was excited to see like the follow-ups and the overviews and what people were talking about. So yeah, I'm really excited for them.
Yeah, me too. And did you see their outfits after the fact?
Oh my!
In the car and everything.
He's like 007 when I got into that vehicle.
My God.
Yeah.
Like, as a photographer, I just would love to have had a session, like, right there in that moment with them.
Speaking of the pictures, have you seen some of them? Like, they are stunning.
Could you imagine the pressure of having to photograph a royal wedding?
I mean, I can't even take a picture of donuts. So,
Love you.
So yeah, that's just something that I would not. Actually, when we played the video, which you guys will see on our intro video, but what would you be terrible at? Photography. I'd be terrible at it. I would be terrible at it.
Yeah. But you're fabulous in other ways.
Exactly.
In a lot of ways that I lack.
We make
Ying
such a
to my
good team.
gang.
Yeah.
Yes. I would marry you.
Aww.
Oh, but I think
We do really well together when we do weddings together. Anytime that I know that you're the photographer for the bride, I get really excited. One, because you make my job easier because you do your schedule. So when I'm talking with brides and doing the layout of their day, you do the like groundwork for me. So I'm like, okay, and then I just have to like plug in here and there. I'm like, oh, Ashley is your photographer? Great. She's gonna be doing your photography schedule, and after that, we'll connect. And
I really like to be organized.
Yes.
It's key.
You nailed it.
I could not even imagine, like, I don't even know what I would do if I had to photograph a wedding, something like that. I would I don't know if I would cry, if I'd have a breakdown, if I'd be super excited.
Can you think of a wedding that probably like put, not pressure on you, but that you really felt like you needed to be?
Oh, the Albright wedding.
Oh my
Like-
gosh, they're featured in our first issue of the magazine. I know.
I just like, I've known Mallory, and she is so, like, she's amazing, and this goes back to like Harry and Meghan. Like, I feel like they've really brought out like the best in each other. Meeting Ryan, like, I love him too. Like, they complete each other, so it was like super special because I know Mallory's gone through a lot too, and it's just, it was so special. I was like, I can't mess this up. This is her day. This is like super huge for someone I really love and care for and respect. And for months, like, I was so excited.
Yeah.
But then when it gets to the day, I'm just like, okay, don't mess this up. Don't mess this up.
And you didn't.
No.
You nailed it.
It was amazing. It was amazing. But
Yeah.
they're amazing too. So,
Awesome.
but still, royal wedding. Oh, I mean, in the moment, I feel like I could pull it together and like
He
sit
had 20
down.
minutes. I think he said 20, 25 minutes to take 3 shots.
Oh my god,
Like to pose everybody.
I can't even imagine. I can't imagine. But
I do want to talk about the queen for a second. She was wearing lime green and purple.
yeah,
I mean, I'm
Rock.
sure of that.
I think she rocked it.
Okay, you think she rocked it?
Yes.
I mean, I just don't know. I really.
It was better than wearing black to the wedding.
Yes. Yes.
It was a very happy, supportive color.
That is true. Very colorful. I don't want to say she looked like a Dr. Seuss character because she didn't, but I'm unsure of that. When she stepped out of her, like, amazing, I don't even know what it was, a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
I get stuck on my R's. That was my reaction. Like, oh, that's what you were.
I was like, girls wearing lime green? Like, wow. She's really stepping out of the box.
Oh, Liz.
It would have been so great if her man was wearing a lime green tux, just saying.
Oh my gosh, speaking
Or
of, he had a hip replacement like a week before the wedding and wasn't sure if he was going to be there. He's 96 or 93.
96 or 95. I think, around there, right?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
96, Prince Philip, 96,
Yeah.
recovering from hip operation, and he was still able to make the wedding. Good for him.
I can't, yeah. I mean, for their age, they're getting around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Anyway, so I guess overall it was refreshing. I loved all the different aspects put into the wedding that you generally don't get to see in the royal wedding.
And I feel like it's moving the royals into a new direction.
Yes.
It's kind of like
New day and age.
updating the whole traditional same.
Yeah.
Even
Putting
though,
life back into it.
yeah, even though things have changed and
Mm-hmm.
it's just, they're more, I like it. Love.
So overall, I would give it, I would probably give it a 9 on 10, and the only things that I was missing was I wish Megan's mother had someone with her, beside her, to enjoy the moment with. And the sermon went a little bit too long. Loved the message. So yeah, maybe 9.5 over 10.
Yeah,
Everything else nailed it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just want to say that we got the invitation in the mail, Megan, Harry, thank you, but we just couldn't make it because we're busy. And that is all, folks, from the Royalty Tuesday with Brittany and Ashley. Cheers.